Hi everyone, welcome on board. This is Anisha here today in conversation with Asif and Hardi here from Woxsen University's BBA Honors Program. So welcome on board, guys.
Glad to be here.
Lovely, great. So let's first do one thing. Let's hear it a little bit about you. I'm sure everyone who is watching this video is in that phase where you were a few years back, where you don't know what to do. We are just done with 12th standard. Should I be doing like a BBA or a BCom? We'll talk about all of these things. But before we start with that, give us a quick introduction about you. Hardi, you can go ahead first.
Sure. So I am Hardi, as you rightly introduced. I'm from Gujarat. I completed my high school in commerce field, and then I moved towards my undergrad. I am pursuing BBA right now at Woxsen University in Hyderabad, and my specialization is in financial services. Right now, I just completed 2 years of my undergraduate program, and my third year will be starting soon from next month.
Oh, lovely. Nice. Yes, Asif, how about you?
Hello, everyone. I'm Asif. Where am I from? Well, I'm from all over the place. I was born in Hyderabad. I grew up in the Middle East. Initially, I was in Dubai. Then we moved to Saudi. And then we moved to Oman.
Okay.
Now, I'm currently part of the graduating batch of BBA 24. I've specialized in artificial intelligence and decision support. And that is a bit about me.
Okay, lovely. That's pretty interesting. Now, so both of you guys, as if you spent some time at Hyderabad, then in Middle East, now back to Hyderabad. Hardi, you come from, Gujarat and then to Hyderabad. How does the city feel like? Like, is it a good place to come and study, especially when you're going to spend good 3 years to 4 years on campus and working as well? So, how does the city feel? Is it good and safe?
Definitely. For me, I am enjoying Hyderabad thoroughly so far. So coming from Gujarat to Hyderabad has definitely been a little bit of cultural shift, in terms of festivals, in terms of everything. Language has been definitely a big difference as well. But I don't think I took more time to settle in. It came quite naturally, and even my studies and everything, because I had friends from almost all over the India. So it was pretty easy for me to gel in, and Hyderabad is definitely a very beautiful city to stay. So I'm enjoying so far.
Lovely. That's nice. How about you, Asif?
Oh, absolutely. Hyderabadis are the best people in the world. You got the best food, you got the best culture, you got the best language.
And this comes from a biased opinion because you are in Hyderabadi before and then went to Middle East and back.
I mean, I spent most of my time in the Middle East, but whenever I came back to India, Hyderabad is the best place I wanted to be in.
Wow, lovely. That's interesting. Now tell me, you guys had so many options, like everybody has. Once you're done with your 12th, it's a constant dilemma. Should I get into a BCom, a BBA? Then you have some specialized programs like a BAF, accounting and finance, or should I go for some integrated courses? What made you select and decide that, okay, no, I want to do a BBA only?
So for me, I think when I completed my 9th, I remember when I was just starting with my 10th, I was a little confused about, commerce, science, and there were a lot of new fields coming up as well. So I remember being a little confused then. But I think business management is something that has always came naturally to me, and I was pretty sure that this is something that I would like to do. So commerce was one option at that time. I started with my commerce in high school, then I went more deep inside the subjects. We did like subjects like accounts, statistics, economics, and all of that for 2 years, and that's when I realized that okay, I would love to pursue my professional career in business management as well. And then out of many subjects, accounts is something that I've always liked. So that's how I knew that financial services would be a correct specialization for me. So that's how BBA and FinServ was my choice.
Lovely. That's interesting. How about you, Asif?
Well, I've had a turbulent path to Woxsen, I would say. Growing up, it was always, because I come from the Middle East, my dad's involved in constructions. It was always, you're going to be a civil engineer, you're going to join your dad. And that was the path everyone told me was right, and I believe was right. And after 12th, I took my admission in a government university, and I was pursuing my civil engineering there. A year down, I realized that the university did not match my expectations. It did not match the culture I was expecting from the students. And it was very hard for me to set in because by then I had realized that engineering was not my calling. And it was a very difficult discussion with my parents. And full credit to them. They were very understanding, of course, not initially, but as they realized that it was getting more difficult for me. And for them, it was very important that I had to stay happy in what I was doing.
Yeah.
And full credit to them. Absolutely the best parents in the world. They asked me to return back, and they gave me an option of either pursuing engineering in a different college, or they asked me what I wanted to do. I said business is something that very much interests me, and I would like to pursue that. And one of the conditions, of course, you have to listen to your parents when they are so supportive to you. They said stay in Hyderabad. And in Hyderabad, I felt the best university to go to was Woxsen. And again, similar paths as Hardi. I applied, went for a campus tour, spoke to a few professors, was very impressed. And then I joined the university, and I must say that it's opened up vast doors of opportunities. And I'm very grateful that I have such lovely parents who let me go ahead and make some mistakes and then realize them, come back and do better.
Okay, that's lovely. That's actually very encouraging. I mean, I'm sure it must be a very difficult decision to stand up there at such a young age and say that this is not my calling. It takes guts to do that. And then it's not my calling is easy, but what is my calling is something which everyone is absolutely clueless, right? To come down and say that, okay, I want to do business, it would have taken a lot of efforts, right? So, what you're studying right now, like you spent 2 years, and as if you spent your entire 3 years onto it, what are the kind of subjects that you are going to be studying in this entire journey? And what were the things like, your highlight factors which make you feel like, okay, yes, I did the best decision of taking this particular course of action for my career?
Well, I think the curriculum firstly is changing as we're going. And now the first years are being taught coding in Python, the essentials of AI/ML.
Oh, wow.
Which is great. And we have subjects, the basic subjects of any business administration, such as project management, marketing, finance, HR, and all of these are part of our curriculum throughout.
Okay.
And till second year, you also are then equipped with different programming languages, such as I'm sure Hardi has learned R, which during my tenure was Python.
Okay. So you guys are learning R and Python even in doing financial services?
So I will be starting my specialization in third year. So for our batch, it's like first 2 years you continue with all common subjects for all the specialization, and for last year you go deeper into the subjects.
Oh, that's interesting.
For something since we are studying statistics, so first 2 semesters we had statistics as a subject, and we were taught the theory and basics of all of that. Now it's actual like practical implication. We learned better in third semester through our software.
Oh, lovely. So, that's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. Did it feel a little daunting? Like usually people who do not come from an engineering background don't like maths and stats. So how was the first year like?
First year was, I would say, comparatively easier. I mean, definitely there were a little bit of ups and like, obviously you are coming from school and you're studying in university. There were differences. But I would say third semester, we got to us in terms of subjects and in terms of even our faculties. Most of our faculties are not just about academic, like not I have only good academic experiences, but also very well equipped with industry knowledge. So they explain you any concept keeping that in mind as well. So sometimes, going through case studies and maybe learning more about what's going on daily, news being updated. So that all was definitely a part of our
Okay,
stuff.
lovely. That's pretty interesting. And how about, Asif, like you studying, you chose AIML. So what made you choose this particular thing as a specialization? Like, it's an upcoming one, but it's usually something which, again, you look from the backgrounds, it's majorly into engineering. In business, choosing this particular stream, what got you interested here?
Firstly, let me address some myths that just because I come from science or engineering background, that math and coding is easy for me. It's absolutely not.
I
Um,
appreciate you
I
being
feel,
very honest.
yeah. Now, with I think with our degree, one of the great additions was Coursera,
Okay.
where you get access to Coursera and you can do n number of courses in there, and you have basics of Python and everything. So even if you're not very good at understanding in class, as I was, because there are different paces at which people learn with, and different attention spans in class, of course.
Yeah.
So I would always go back and finish a Coursera course on coding, and I did 3 or 4 of them, and that's how I built my coding. And by the time I came to third year, I did not want to take coding. But looking at the trend of how everything was going and how the world was shifting into automation very heavily, I felt like even if I don't pursue this further in life, that this is very important for me to understand.
Yeah.
And so I took the decision of taking AI. I looked at the course curriculum, and we had good topics such as natural language processing, deep learning. You had Power BI in there. You had using even Excel was
Yeah.
part of our curriculum.
That's
All of those,
interesting.
I felt like I needed these skill set as well if I wanted to move ahead going further.
Lovely. That's pretty interesting. Now, when you're doing all of these things which are, fancy and which is something which actually is working in the industry also, do you guys also take up something like, industry projects or internships within the 3 years of your course? Do you have bandwidth for such things?
Definitely we do. So after completion of our first year, it's mandatory for us to do a social internship program. It could be anywhere. You could do it from your home city or anywhere. It just has to be minimum for 6 weeks. And by the end of it, we are supposed to submit a report. And then there are also daily meetings with our mentors during the internship, social internship. And by the end of it, we are supposed to have a presentation and just detail highlights about what we learned in the
Okay.
social internship program. What interesting is, like for the new batch, last batch, they've also introduced a social internship competition. Like all of the students who have completed the social internship program can upload their reports and like their
Okay.
experiences, and then they will be evaluated on that basis. So
Oh,
that
that's
is
nice.
something. Apart from that, after completing second year, we are also mandated to do a corporate internship. So that is
Okay.
what I'm doing right now. Since I've completed 2 years, I'm doing my corporate internship at Gujarat-based financial broking firm,
Okay.
and it is again. It is mandatory for it to be for minimum 6 weeks. So
Okay.
yeah.
Lovely. That's interesting. How about you, Asif? Did you also take up the internships in this 3 years of time?
6 weeks, it was mandatory 8 weeks for me, but
Oh, wow.
yes, I had to go through the same process as she did. And I took up my corporate internship. I did my social internship at Green Bhumi, who are currently planting trees across
Okay.
the country. They've planted over 10,000 trees.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot more now since I did my internship. And I did my corporate internship in Oman. In Ras Al Had, they're building a 5-star sea-facing resort.
Okay.
I interned there as a management intern for the MEP department.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. Lovely. And so, we keep hearing a lot of things about your college, campus, hostel. How is life there? Is it very strict? Is it very chill? You can have fun, you can make friends. So, what has your experience been on campus? You can be honest. If you don't like the food there, you can tell me.
I think
I
about
mean,
the life. Okay. You go on, please.
yeah, go ahead. I mean, you should say better. You come from Gujarat.
Yeah, so I think when one best thing that I believe I personally felt very good was that after coming from Gujarat, I came here and I met a lot of people. But definitely, the students here, it's a very good mix of students from all the states actually, and even we also have few international students coming. So that gave me a lot of cultural exposure of not just Hyderabad or Telangana, but also lot of other states of India. So, you definitely have a very good social life. You definitely get to meet a lot of friends from all different cities and all with all different experiences. And apart from that, we have really good sports facilities. So that is you even after your classes and everything, you can definitely go in and almost any sport that you name, we have it. So that's definitely a very lively environment.
Now, building on that, I must tell you, we have this portion of our campus called the League.
Okay.
And I think the League is one of the best places in Hyderabad because you've got all the sports, as Hardi mentioned. You've got cricket, you've got beach volleyball.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
And
so you have a beach on campus?
No, we don't. But
Just
we've got beach
sand.
volleyball.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've got the
Okay.
beach stand there. And you've got your ICC standard cricket stadium. You've got your FIFA standard football stadium. You've got your gymnasiums, which are pretty incredible, where I spend most of my mornings.
Okay.
2-hour workout in just early in the morning. And we've got a great gym culture that way on campus. You see faculties, you see a vice president, you see all of the students lining up right 5 o'clock in the morning to get into the gym.
Wow.
And I feel like that sort of a culture really helps you sort of delve into and build yourself, not just academically, but otherwise as well.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, but you're getting time for doing all of this is also really amazing. So, what would be your favorite thing that, you've experienced in this entire journey till date?
I believe the festivals, for all the, we celebrate all the festivals, all religions and every month. So we definitely have very lively cultural community in Woxsen University. So there are functions and festivals and, you get to learn a lot of things I come from Gujarat, so I basically know nothing about, Telugu New Year's and things. So I thoroughly enjoyed that for all my 2 years.
Interesting. Did you put an attempt to learn Telugu language?
I do. I think I'm still in the process.
She knows few words. I don't think she's allowed to say them.
No, I'm not going to experiment them because unfortunately I am aware of the fact hostel mein you first learn all the words that you should not be speaking. How about you, Asif? So what is the one thing that you cherish of your entire journey?
Well, I'm a very... there are too many, honestly, if I think about it. But if I had to point a finger at something, that'd be event organization.
Okay.
Whether it be TEDx, whether it be global summits, whether it's cultural fests, it's amazing organizing all of these because I feel like this gives you like real life exposure of how to do things. Because you have a budget of a few lakhs and then you got to call people in that budget. You got to then sell tickets to recoup that budget. And then you have to do marketing and then you have to take care of the operations of it. And then you have to make sure that if there are any fights between your teammates, you got to be HR and solve that problem.
Yeah.
I feel like getting all of these done and networking with these people who ever come to the events is such a amazing opportunity. And I feel like that is one part of, I think that was the best part of my bachelor's, just organizing events.
Lovely. That's pretty interesting. Lovely. Great. Thank you so much everyone for listening us. And if you have any queries, which specialization to choose, which college to choose, and how to decide whether BBA is your calling, feel free to drop in the comment section and we'll take that up for you. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Take care.